MotoAmerica from this last weekend at the Barber Motorsports Park in Alabama had one main theme, and that theme was dominance. I mean, we have to just take our hats off to people like Michaela Moore, who dominated the Royal Enfield class in both races, and Hayden Gillum, who also did the double and showed us why he is the reigning Stock 1000 champion. He also kind of wins races in another category where they ride big fat baggers, but they didn't race this weekend. We'll talk about that later. Another rider who was riding like a man possessed was Matthew Skoltz. Moves down from the Superbike class into Supersport, and he's got something to prove. He had a really rough go qualifying in Atlanta, but during the race days, both of them, he cut through the pack like a warm knife through a hot souffle. And this weekend, he was starting a little closer to the front, which means he would be competing at the front all race long. Not even a red flag in race 2 was going to stop this guy from doing the double. He was completely on fire. And with PJ Jacobsen finishing second in both races this weekend and winning the first two in Atlanta, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out slugfest all season long between these two. But let's move on to Superbike, where we saw Cameron Beaubier, and it looked like he was going to take the weekend by storm, from lights out. The speed this guy showed on that racetrack made it look like he wasn't even on the same planet as the other riders. Unfortunately for Cam, a small mistake makes him lose the rear, and he forfeits the lead to Cam Peterson. With Cam Peterson leading and his teammate Jake Gagne right behind him, I think most of us were thinking, well, when is Jake going to make the pass? But the pass never came. Cam rode flawlessly, gets a great win after a very long rehab and nasty injury last season. I don't think there was anybody who was upset for this win. Jake Gagne gets second, and Josh Herrin comes in third. But Josh wasn't having so much good luck in race 2, where he locks up the front going to turn 5, runs off the track, and it was kind of, competitive race over for him. And Cam Beaubier learned from the mistakes of Saturday, and then, back to the theme, dominates Sunday. There was no one who could lay a glove on this guy. Cam Beaubier goes ahead and wins both Sunday races, and unfortunately for Jake Gagne, who looked to take a commanding 20-point lead in the championship after Saturday, he had a very, very, very rough Sunday. There were talks that he wasn't comfortable on the bike, that he was dealing with some arm pump issues. Whatever it was, he finished mid-pack and sacrificed a lot of points to the hard-charging Cameron. Cameron Beaubier, not Cameron Peterson. I know, it's a lot of Camerons to keep track of. And also, we have to take our hats off to Sean Dillon Kelly, who lost a podium on Saturday to Josh Herrin, but got his revenge on Sunday, finishing on the podium twice on his own BMW. So I guess you could say, other than a weekend of domination, it was also kind of a weekend of redemption. That's all I've got for MotoAmerica for now. Make sure to like, follow, share, mash all the buttons so you get all the MotoGP, MotoAmerica, and motorcycle content in general you could possibly imagine.